Uh-oh. Oh. What's up, Rodney? Good morning. We out here early. We got less. We got less. Hey, Vanessa. How are you, Vanessa J? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I'm seeing Wifey. What's up, Viber? Hey. Okay, we'll talk about it. All right. All right. What is up, guys? And good morning to everybody. I spoke to everybody in the chat. I'm running back and forth. I feel like a chicken with my head cut off. But in the few times and in between times, I did get to watch some things. There's a lot going on. Like in the past, I don't know, 5 days inside the sector. But I did want to go back to my last lie that I had because I said some things. I made a little prediction, and it was a broad ass prediction. I guess people could probably debate with me that it wasn't a prediction at all. It probably was but they call that code guessing or code playing. What the hell is that? But that using that little technique. But it got detailed. Like it got detailed beyond my surprise. But I want to answer Rodney's question. Did you see my pick? You guys, I'm on YouTube live. We doing it that way this morning. Did you see my pick? I know you were asking for it. I did. And I came back to the chat. I told you. I think my response was nice picks. They all were nice. You take good picks. But here's the thing. The booty pick wasn't all like. I think you know where I'm going at. It wasn't all the way other people were like blowing it up, because there's only one way. Like the way they were responding, like the way they were blowing it up. I'm thinking it was like I don't know, like something I could speak against. But you did it safely. You did it you played it very safe, and you did the delusion thing. I hope you know what I'm talking about, Rod. The delusion thing. But so yeah, it could be seen, but it still doesn't show what you're working with. It's kind of like when you know what I'm talking about, the bathroom mirror pic when you're sitting on the sink, like, and it makes everybody booty look plump. because gravity. But yeah, so I need to see like standing straight up and the camera right at it. I want to see a little bit of thigh, a little bit of waist. So, but yeah, no, but yeah, it was a nice artistic one. I would call it artistic. Okay, um, let me read the chat. I said, oh no, he didn't do the delusion one. And I don't believe they was doing all that. As if they can see like more like a crack or hair or some shit. Let's see. Well, we talking about passes, boils, okay? And razor bumps. Or that R&B flavor, the razor bumps. Let's get to it. Let's see. Okay, where am I in the chat? Vanessa J, right? I left you a rather lengthy reply on your previous video. Oh yeah, I read that. I'm talking to Vibrant Law, and I hearted that, and I thumbed you up. Yeah, with what you agree with. Of course, I'm going to address some of that because that's what my last live was about. So, right, it's like from the top view, and that's the like. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Like, that's the less revealing. It's like that's the less revealing view you can give of your backside. Because I gotta see how the bottom part is the more revealing. What's going on there? But yeah, okay. Let's see. And if you look at the way Passer is built up, like his booty is built up like an eggplant. It seems like everything is in reverse to him. And if you look at his juicy fupa, it seems like he has a butt in the front, okay? With a shrimp peen. If he don't sit the fuck down somewhere, let's get it. Let's see. Right, assessment choose. It was a screenshot. He said he don't give them too much, okay? You talking like you got something to give me. Hey, what is up? I'm living my best life, OG. How are you? Okay. Everyone on the plane can't take much. Okay, no. Yeah, I said he cheated. But they was talking so much about it. Yeah, definitely. I was like the last one to see. Okay, I don't even know how she found you. Like, I mean, do you actually like? Cause I know like let me see, Rodney Devo is not your name. So do you actually like make your social media similar to, I guess, the shit you use over here, where these weirdos can find you? Like they do these things, right? But on my last video, I did a little prediction about what would occur when Rob returned. And I spoke very general and broadly. However, I did say that I just put it in his own mind. So I said I figure it's going to be a continuum and just a return to the old. I expected nothing new. The whole comedian thing, him coming back as a comedian, I discounted. I know that's what he put out, but I wasn't going. I also said that I can see him saying faggot over. It's like, and fuck that faggot, fuck that baby, fuck that child, fuck that nigga bitch. And he said all of the, oh yeah, here's the warning, the phone, you guys. I have the phone with me. Let's see. Hello. Yeah. Yup. Let me know though. I just can't. I'm sorry. Just let me know. I can't do too much talking. Oh no. Let me know. No doubt. No doubt. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Okay. I expect a call back, you guys. Let me see. Thank you. Right sheets. Let's see. Everyone. I'm probably missing people. I'm not sure. Vibrant, hold it down while I'm going. Okay, no doubt. Okay, where you running to? Where do you know where you going to? All right, buddy. They went on my Twitter. Oh, same name I have on here. Why? Anyway, oh yeah, you did it the predictable way. Okay, they probably know your passcodes, Roddy. Okay, you gotta diversify things. Okay, put a little, oomph up in it, a little thing to throw them off. Okay, these videos will have your family's identities. Okay, and they will dox your pubic hairs. Okay, if you leave enough morsels and crumbs around for these widows to do that. Okay. But yeah, and I mentioned those things, and he said all those things. Okay, I watched enough to know that. And of course, I'm not watching nobody's all of their 12-hour lives. If that's what he did, I know he mentioned he would do that. I think that's a bit much, but it's the sense I'm getting is the whole time that he was in there, he really never like reevaluated himself. And the whole thing of the comedian thing that came from him, and I guess him working on that craft, like that was just bullshit. It was disingenuous. Like he never had any intentions to do that. I just feel like people jinx themselves when they put out stuff like that publicly. Like, keep it to yourself, but they put it out publicly to kind of like set an expectation. You know what I mean? And it's probably to for you guys to put a pass to it. Because in some people's mind, they think that comedians can get away with the average person cannot do and say, especially when they're vile and vulgar and deplorable, like Rob. He's not a catch. And we can mention, well, first of all, he needs to get his height and his weight together. I believe when I tuned in, he was saying 6'4", but from what I understand, he's like more 6'2" or 6'3", and I think he was saying 210. But the streets have it. He's at 165. Okay, with a baggy body, built up like a sweet potato. This is what the streets have it. With skinny ass, puny ass legs, okay? Ramen noodle legs. This is what they have. And he got a juicy food. What is up with these pregnant looking men or men that look like they carry children, okay, with that fat skinny look, okay? Face all swole, okay? What are those things that stick out of potatoes? I can never remember those names. Spores. There it is. This motherfucker got spores coming out of him. He looks weird and sickly. And I sense that there's something mental going on, even if it's depression. But there's something mental going on with him as well. Trust me. If he had one of those professionals take a look at him and examine him, they'll find something beyond addiction. It's something probably related to it too. That's probably a byproduct. But no working on self. Also, someone must have put out a word to him, because I've been informing my audience about the 6 male personalities, and I pointed out that a lot of times when you hear people talk about alpha men versus beta men, they really don't know what they're talking about, because they never even give you the full scope, of the gamma men that exist, or the omega men that exist, or the delta men that exist, or the sigma men that exist, and they can't tell you the distinctions between each category. They can't put them on it. If you don't believe me, just put them on the spot and ask them to describe them all. But he had tried to mention it, and I believe it's because someone, either he caught word of what I've been doing, okay, or in my lives, talking to my audience, and I'm on my community board. So it's on my community board. I have the 6 male personalities. But he had tried to mention it, and the only thing that he mentioned was Delta, which lets me know that, like he didn't even look into it. And then he went back to alpha. But yeah, that's the very thing that you're trying to call yourself. And you're more self-appointed alpha. Also, if you check my community board, you will see like 100 people responded to my poll, and less than 3% of them said that you weren't an alpha. I'm sorry, only about 3% said you were. Like 97% said they're not going, and that you're not an alpha, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna believe all of these minds over yours. I am. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna believe that, and it just makes sense. Also, with your with his low internal locus of control, um, you you victimize yourself too much to be an alpha. You whine and bitch too much. You know, you're probably a beta, and people are going to think that I'm trying to be nasty. I don't even think there's nothing wrong with these types. They exist because among men, like a lot of men fit in these categories. That's why it's there. You know, so I don't think like I'm insulting someone when I call them a beta. I know how it's used. You know, I mean, if you exist that way and navigate the world that way, that's where you are. You know, so I'm very open in that sense. You know, and to me, you're still a man, equally to any other. But he's probably most likely a beta with the way that he victimizes himself. You know, and people across the board have said, oh, especially those wanting to show empathy or sympathy for him, have said, oh, well, I perceive him to be the underdog. To me, that's proof positive that he's not an alpha man. Alpha men are never seen as underdogs. They're seen they're seen as the dog often, if not the overdog, but never the underdog. You know, so I don't even know where people get this shit from. And I'm just like looking. But he came back and I know people are trying to like keep it for themselves, so I'm not gonna be like I was right. But I felt like that me detailing the words and what I think he's gonna say, and then him coming back and saying it exactly as where I ain't gotta tweak or alter anything. I kind of felt that was impressive because I wasn't really going for such a sharp prediction. Like I wasn't, you know, I was trying to keep it very open. But he came back the exact same way. But I'm not gonna say I told y'all so. We told everybody so. You know, I'm not by myself. Like, yeah, like I'm saying what everyone else is saying. So, yeah. And I did see one thing that stood out to me during Rob's live was when Octavius came there, and I was impressed. From what I saw, you guys. So there was a thing where he was talking or whatever, and he began being questioned by VS, just about his friendship, and whether he was truly a friend or truly a rider. Like y'all insert whatever association word you want to put there, but truly an affiliate, like whatever. Because of what she was saying was protection, but I felt like at some point she tried to exaggerate the protection, but it was protection dealing with disrespectful ass men talking under women's clothing. And if the whole thing of it's your platform, it therefore is your rules, if that's the thing that, you know, that overrides everything, then I don't see me being any different, like with Octavius. Like if that's what he enforces when you go over in his space and drop in the chat, then hey, you put yourself there, you know. And so I don't see any foul in that. I really don't, you know. And then when you're saying women's empowerment, I thought that was a powerful point. Like in that, you know, because yeah, like, and I mean, you can get smart at that point and you could, you know, adapt the attitude, but like, what point do you have to, you know, to dismantle that? You know, because you're saying women's empowerment. And you guys, when people say that, you guys gotta not let that just go and flow. Y'all be letting that shit flow. Like, that's a whole fucking buzzword. You need to ask these people who stated, without saying women's empowerment. When you say women's empowerment, what do you mean? And that don't mean repeating the word women to me and empowerment. Tell me what you mean. Because trust me, if they come up with anything legitimate, you guys will see that it's not anything that's very different than what a lot of people, not just women, but just what a lot of people over here do. Because it's going to come to something that sounds like support. That's what it's going to come down to. So trust me, I'm already logging. We log over here. I'm already logging and 25 steps ahead of them on my Aquarius energy. Okay. So yeah, like you're gonna find that it's nothing distinct in what they're calling women's empowerment. But ask the person who's saying it. Ask the person. Also, I disagree with VS and agree with Octavius because she was talking about just how Tracy was running amok and just like raising hell in his chat and just doing all this stuff, and that's how people come to do this. And let's see the pose. Like, where are these people? You know what I mean? Like, to me, that sounds like classic narrative spinning. You know, and you guys know how stubborn I am to move when there's nothing there, when you're not furnishing anything. And so at some point, Octavius has said, okay, well, let's, roll the footage. Let's see it. Because isn't that what we call receipts? Like, when we stop doing that, right, when did that stop being valid? And the all in all. I thought that was the all in all. Not now. People are quick to move the goalposts, especially about factors that y'all say that moves and shake shit up or pop people, So where's your proof? Where's your evidence of it? Yeah, like you just can't free. And when asked that, her response was something along the lines of, wait a minute, that's the phone I'm looking for. Wait a minute, hello. I'm sorry? Okay, no doubt, no doubt. All right. And her response were along the lines of, no, I'm not going to do it. Okay, well, if you don't care to do it, you do not care to be credible. The burden of proof is always on the claimant, the person making the claim. Okay? You're accusing this man of doing these things. Simply back up what you're saying. So we can see if what you're saying is true. Hold on. I'll be right back in 1 minute. Hey guys, I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, you guys. Coming right back to y'all. All right. They took longer than I wanted them to, Lord. But thank you guys so much for just being patient with me. Hey, what is up, Slappy? It's good to see you. And Wild Seed, how are you, Wild Seed? She was questioning his loyalty to me. Right. That's just a statement. She, you had to refresh me. What is the statement she hid behind? I'm not even sure. What I said before I left. So let me know, Vanessa J. Hey, Slabby. So yeah, and what was the other part with Octavius? Oh, his story. So I shared like a tidbit or something. I don't always agree with Timothy Blaine, but I shared something maybe like a week ago or more. But just how plainly, sometimes the truth can be so simple, you guys, and how plainly he put it. I felt like he put it so articulately. I kind of had the same feeling watching Octavius, just when he was clearing up particular things, like in terms of how the call was made. Like even, okay, so you guys, today he's rearrested. Even, like, do you guys think people are going to still like spend like these crazy narratives while overlooking the obvious? Like, so he was just rearrested, you guys, from what I understand, from the headlines I'm seeing, from the videos I'm seeing. And so, I mean, you guys were watching it unfold. You could see they was outside yelling. I don't know why, like, people miss that. That's a reason that people do call the law enforcement. When people are outside yelling, acting crazy, won't leave that spot, yelling and shit like that, motels, businesses, whatever. Like, I don't even know why that, it always has to fall on Tracy. And y'all see the numbers that these people are pulling and talking about this stuff. Y'all see the numbers, not just the thousands that fall in the chat, but the replay gang. Like after everything is said and done, we're looking at 13,000 here, 14,000 there, 15,000 there. So you have all these people out here. A lot of these people have ill intentions and really are mad that they're not players inside of it. They're not a part of it. They're not like inside players to it. Like, in other words, they have no role, and and a lot of these people have enemies. From Rob, there's a lot of people that don't like him. From Tracy, a lot of people don't like her. These people will call. I don't even know why like people think like that's like far reaching, or it's just like unreasonable, and I don't even consider these things. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's like it's no way. Let's see. Oh yeah, got you. Thank you so much, Vanessa J. Yeah. So what does that mean? So I think that's a reasonable question when people say that. I remember the first person that made me question that, and it was Molly. But he had said, because I go on panels and shit like this. This is way back when. He said, when you go on the panel, ask them. No, I was already on the panel, so he said it from the chat because I was already up there. He said, ask them when they say women's empowerment, what are they saying? Like, what are they speaking of? So, yeah, because it becomes a buzzword. Like, what the fuck are you like? What do you mean when you say that? Not that there is no such thing, but what are you talking about? And how does that differ from what various people here are doing? Because I hear just a whole lot of sweeping shit, generalizations and shit like that. You know, I just heard a big speech about how the men here go harder on the women than they do the men. And they just kind of gave like examples of like two people. I guess they're supposed to represent all the men, you know, and shit like that. And they were using absolute terms. They was like, no, not some, all, every one of them. This is how they do. And I'm like, I don't have that track record. Like, I don't care how it turns out, but I just know the way it turns out. I don't have that track record. It's not me trying to make it come in even to everyone's eyes and shit like that, but I know I don't have that track record. So apparently you're missing, and if you miss me, you're missing other people, other men. You know, so I mean, let's just be realistic about this shit. Like, the you know the grouping of men is just as diverse as the grouping of women in any other category, and all men are not one way. Let's just get over ourselves with these generalizations, because all generalizations are in error, and there's just no need to do that, because that's what you're trying to do is latch onto that whole gender war shit, you know. Okay. And trying to bring back up people's trauma and shit like that, and their disdain for men, and yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, and I said it wrong. Actually, she didn't say men. It was gay men. It was the gay men. So yeah. So that grouping is just as diverse as any other grouping. Yeah. But that's what they do. Let's see. What about the neighbor that kept knocking on the door saying, because, see, I didn't even see that, but I heard someone say that. They're going to, well, some of the people, they're going to ignore that. And that's to be looked at. Like, you got neighbors knocking on the door. If one neighbor knocked, that means there were other neighbors that didn't knock who wanted to. Like, you know, you don't just have neighbors on one side normally. Like, they're on both sides of you. You got neighbors across the street from you outside acting a fool. Like, you want to be rearrested. Like, and you got out like, yo, you made this like goals. Like, you made this like king goals. No, I'm gonna say Kang. K-A-N-G, Kangos. Like, Kango from UTF. He made it Kangos. Okay, it was a goal for you to come out and go live, really. Dude, you need to fix your life. That's all. Yeah. Talking about, oh. So, are we still being selective with him accusing women of being jealous? Y'all don't see the pattern in that? Even when women are not being jealous? It's like this whole little weaponization thing of like, yeah, like telling one woman that another woman is jealous of her. He did that last night more than once, with more than one woman on the panel. Because I guess he was up there for 12 hours. You know? Were they being jealous at the time? I would say no. You know, it was just that presence. Him feeling like he can do that. You know? Even in him showing an interest. I don't care if you guys say he was drunk. When they wouldn't show an interest back, he wouldn't take any signals. Like, he wouldn't, as you guys say, read the room. You know, or read the human being. You know, that you're fucking with. Like, shit becomes harassment. That shit is not okay. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. That shit is not okay. It's not okay. It was creepy. You know? And he didn't even care, like, if these were women who never even seen themselves with a man. Like, you don't even know their background. You know, they could be sexually attracted to women. We have that here. Like, it's a weirdo. Ugh. It's like an old man, like lying about well, your height, I guess 1 inch off or 2 inches. Definitely lying about your weight. I guess trying to make yourself appear to be more massive. I guess you're trying to make your body fill out with your face. You know, because from what I understand, the only thing that's fat on you is that swollen pussy head. This is this is what the streets are saying. Okay, let's get it. Hearing Tracy crying broke me down. Oh, thanks for the feeling, Slappy. I didn't know. I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear that. I didn't know about that. Let me know when that happened. Was it yesterday? Let me know, Slappy. He was threatening that man outside. Oh yeah. Who was that man? Was that the one that knocked on his door and asked him to keep the noise down? Who was the man? Again, I went in and out, in and out. There's no way I'm going to commit to a live that long. He's not that yeah. And did y'all hear any comedic material? Wasn't that the goal? Like, are we forgetting like what was said and what was promised or whatever? It's just a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, you rushing out like to get online. Are you kidding me? Did you get your car back? Weren't you displaced? Did you have a stable home at this point? Did you get that back? You know, didn't you lose a vehicle? Yeah, like going there, didn't you lose a job? Do you have employment set up? These are my questions. You know, fuck going live here. These are my questions. You see. Okay, so it was a man that knocked on his door. Yeah, just acting crazy and shit. And I also saw when he had them white creamies around his nasty, toxic, cesspool-looking mouth. Okay, he had the little creamies in the corner looking like Pookie from New Jack City. Okay? Yeah, that was some flaky ass. Okay, all bubbled up. That was nasty. I know he ain't washed his face. I know my man did not wash his face. You know. Yeah, but I heard him still referring to himself as a sex symbol when nobody wants him. Like, unwashed face, boogies in the corner of your eye, you know, stink ass creamies in the corner of your mouth. Dude, like, I know your ass stink. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like his face probably stink. Yeah, like hair all over the place on some buckwheat shit. Okay, looking like a fugitive slave. And sexy who? What happened? Fuck he talking about? Yes, a waist. Yes. Okay. You know what I mean? You know. And that's definitely the type of person when they come out. Yeah, it's like no one wants to be around them, and you're definitely not really a friend to nobody. You know what I mean? But yeah, he was already disrespecting children. What he's going to do to children? No one wants to hear that, and it's not funny. It's some immature ass shit. Some immature ass shit. He needs to grow the fuck up. And you too old with your salt and pepper corn straight bags. Okay? With little lint balls on the back and loose chains, okay? Dirty ass mother. This is just dingy motherfucker. I know he comes with a smell. It's these damn men with these juicy fukus, okay? Looking like they done had built up like Octomom, like they done had a slew of children, okay? And they whole men. Talking about you are alpha. Your belly, your gut is an alpha. You got an alpha gut. Okay? Probably filled with compacted waste and shit. And alcohol fat and shit. Fuck he talking about? hey, Claudia. Let's see. Hey, y'all, boo. So, what did I wake up to? No, we were just busting it up, chopping it up real quick. I'm actually about to get out of here. Shit, okay? I had my little and my phone is ringing. Okay, but I had my little catharsis. Let's see. Um, right, but that's an alpha male. That's why I asked you for the definition. What is an alpha male? Let me know. Let me know the definition. And I gave you descriptors the other day. I didn't leave you. I even gave some descriptors here, just in him painting himself and depicting himself into being a victim, and him being seen as an underdog. All of that is the antithesis. The antithesis okay, of being an alpha. But yeah, like they're normally like people who don't navigate the world and complain about how the world affects them. They are normally seen as a person that can come and change the environment. That's in control of the fucking environment. They're normally people who other people follow. You know how people describe Rob as being an underdog. Males are described as being the top dog or the overdog. There's pretty much on the opposite side of this sad ass dude um, who says who doesn't look at the criminal things that he did while already in the criminal. You know, he was already there, like on probation. So he's already like, you already like, they already have their hands on you. You know what I mean? Like you're not totally free, and you know that you're whatever, that you're a felon. You have this background, and that you're on probation or whatever. And then you like do that. He didn't consider that. He only spoke about I guess the people that called in based off of what he was doing. And when other people was telling him slow down, don't do that, he was saying I don't care. Fuck that person. Fuck that faggot. Fuck that baby. Fuck that nigga bitch. Fuck that this. Same thing. Let's see. Um, let's see. There's a lot going on that live. I have no idea. Okay. The live still up, him getting arrested and all. Wow. So he got. So you talking about this current arrest? You saying that's on live? I didn't see that. I just kind of saw a lot of headlines and a lot of lives going up, but I didn't watch them. You guys, I had limited time. Let's see. So they have that on video as well. You're saying? And I mean, let me know that, Vanessa J. If they have the current one, the rearrest. Is that like video? And I wonder who videoed it. Let's see. Claudia wrote, because if that's what an alpha child, just give me a beta. Yeah, well, I don't even think he's calling it right. But I just know he's a self-appointed one. And out of all of the types, the one type that have the most fakers would be alpha males. It's people like with channels dedicated to telling people how to spot a fake alpha. Okay, because they're the most faked. Okay, and normally they're not even people that go around announcing that they are, because they want you to see it, and they put it out there in a way that you can't miss it. An alpha man, you know, and an alpha man is not necessarily a big, buff, muscular man. I just want you guys to know that, because it seems like he thinks so. It has nothing to do with stature. It's a whole mentality and how you think. Okay. Let's see. Oh, but and I think that VS was maybe she's used to talking with alpha men, and maybe she's prepared to go up against them. But I think the reason Octavius shut shit down with his responses, especially with the women's empowerment thing, with you okaying just raggedy ass despicable men just unwarranted just talking about women's parts and okaying that, you know. So, I'm not saying that it can be done, but it's hard for me to figure out, um, like how somebody who's big on women empowerment can stamp that, can okay that. But she didn't know she was dealing with a Sigma man. Octavius is a Sigma man, and those are the types that threaten a lot of alpha men. And they don't always get their way by brute, but they outsmart motherfuckers all the time. And they're real adaptable. They can switch shit up. But trust me, Octavius is a Sigma man. I was like, no, he did. But yeah, and he was very calm too. He got the very calm. He was very respectful. He used a lot of restraint because he was being spoken over when it was his time to talk. It was like every second, like he went to speak, he was being interrupted, and it was like, just let me finish my thoughts. I haven't even spoke a lot, you know. Let's see. Wait a minute, let me see. I would love for you to do a video about that topic. I love the way your brain works, okay? Yes, the police turned office. Oh, shit. So they were the ones who ended the lie. Wow. So I guess his phone is in their possession. Lord, man. Oh, my goodness. Shoot. He don't get it. He really don't get it. And that's why I don't see why some of you guys go so hard. So are we doing another free Rob now? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. Let's see. Claudia wrote, "Oh yes, it's on this live, and Tracy was streaming. I just read Redball. She really was distraught. Felt so bad for my boo. Oh yeah. Well, what can you do? What can you do? So, who are the people going to say whose fault this is other than Rob? This is my question. Because you know it's going to be people pointing to someone else other than Rob for this one too, as they done the last. So who do you think they're going to be pointing to other than Rob? Ridiculous. This don't make no sense. So is that when you mentioned she cried? Because I never knew that she cried. No, Slappy mentioned that. Is that what Slappy was referring to, her crying? About him? I would hope not. I don't think he would cry for her. I think he would celebrate it. Let's see. Right, they still going to spin it to make it Tracy. Right, because they're not going to mention him. We already know that. And that's sad. And that hurts him too. That whole, when they yes to that, when they stamp that, that's not helping him. Sure, it's along the lines of what he wanted to hear, but it's not along the lines of anything that would reform, change, and help him. Like, we're talking betterment. We're talking betterment. So, yeah, really, the voices, a lot of the voices that speak against him, I'm not talking about his haters, if he have that, but a lot of the voices that speak against him are the voices that could help him if he listens. Because some people are giving sound advice out there, and it's not like they're trying to shit on him, but they're like, bro, you need to get your shit together. Like, you can put this shit in the back burner. Like, you have some bigger fish to fry in life, They don't even look healthy to me. He talk about he has all his teeth, But are you healthy? Are you fit? Like, is your liver good? Are your body organs good? Let's see. his live and Tracy's. I'm sorry, I'm behind. I don't really know what that means. Yes, she cried her eyes out. So I guess it was regarding him. Wow, wow. Hey, good morning, Shaquilla. It's noon where I am. I got. Ugh. I was gonna tell you guys I have to sneeze. But how are you, Shaquilla? Um, she thought he was about to get murdered. Oh, right, 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 right. Um, okay. And they're saying right, Claudia. Okay. Yes, it did. Tell this is too much. Wow, I'm glad I wasn't up to see all that. Let's see. Happy unbelated birthday, beautiful. I pray that God bless you beyond your wildest dreams. And that God bless you. Remember that each year get better. Oh, that was good words. Um, yeah. Okay, we're celebrating birthdays. Happy birthday, you guys. Okay, I had one too on the 3rd. I'm thinking she's talking about I'm not even sure who else is in here besides living my best life. Let's see. Who else is in Aquarius? Okay. Who am I missing? Okay, so that's all I'm saying, you guys. Give me some last uh comments in the chat. Give me some last comments, you guys. But I'm fitting to get out of here. Let's see. Yeah. I enjoyed myself. I had to catch up too. Um, and it's a lot of moving parts and changes that I'm going through that I'm just not even speaking about. But it's like everything's happening so fast. So, but thank you so much, Claudia. Said I hope your B-Day was great, y'all. I'm about to get out of here, you guys. Please like the video for me. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. You deserve to enjoy yourself. I know you've been going through a lot of personal stuff. Yes. And it kind of goes, it evolves. It's not like really going away. Like it goes from one state to another state. And I'm like, damn, like I'm still dealing with it. And it seemed like it's gonna be like throughout the year. Because I'm looking at discharge. So it's gonna be throughout the year. So we'll see. So there's a lot of changes I have to do. Things just gonna take me away. Also though, I've been on here for over a year, and whenever I did receive donations, it was always from a male. I didn't always know that, but over time I caught up with these unknown people, and I'm like, are you a male or a female? And they would tell me. So like it all happened to be males, and you guys act like males don't exist here, but they the ones that had been keeping me afloat for over a year of being a content creator. However, with this birthday thing, I received donations from my first females. I'm like, okay, because that's actually my norm. And what I mean my norm is on stereo. Okay, when I was monetized over there, like it was the opposite. Like women, women like carry me. Yeah, like they carry me. So I was just like, what is the dynamics over here? Like. Like how do the women over here see me? So thank you guys so much. Lee Hart, Benzone, thank you guys so much. Let's see. Let's see. Happy birthday, y'all main boo. I pray that God bless you and beyond your wildest dreams, and that God give you in your heart desires. That God bless you with many more. I love you, sweetie. Thank you so much, Shaquilla. Nice words. Bye, y'all, man, and enjoy the chat. Okay, that's Vanessa J. Okay, bye bye. I don't have a cash app, but when I do, I finally get one for sure. Okay, thank you, Claudia. I feel like I'm always overlooked, but only if you can. No doubt. Thank you guys so much for stopping in though. Okay. A lot of people do watch me from the Skybox, and I can't be but so mad at them because it's a view, right? So thanks for dropping in. What is up, Sabrina? I am out of here. Catch the replay. What is up, Sabrina? I am out of here. All right, be good, y'all. Fuck the children. Fuck the babies. Fuck the children. Fuck the children. Fuck the babies. Fuck that faggot.